So Viacom CBS is in talks with Nick Cannon about returning to Wildin' Out. I guess they exhausted all resources and found out, you know what? We're not going to be able to do it without this guy. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then.
Oh, Black Dynamite, I wish it was that simple, but this is much bigger than you and me.
Hey, little mama, it may be bigger than you, and it may be bigger than me, but it ain't bigger than you and me. Can you dig it?
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently, Wildin' Out might come back with Nick Cannon as the host. Okay. So apparently, Viacom, for everybody that don't know, Viacom is the distributor of, well, they own MTV basically. So when we look at a lot of these media organizations, they're really only about, 7 major media, companies. I think one is Paramount, Universal. Anyway, Viacom is one of them. And Viacom has been, they have been in talks with Nick Cannon about returning. Now, before I tell you about the whole Nick Cannon returning thing, let's just be clear on something. They tried to replace him first. First, they tried to get, I believe, DC, Young Boy. Anyway, I'm really not good with names, but they tried to replace him first, just so we can be clear on this. This isn't one of those situations where it was like, we can't do it without Nick initially. This is definitely one of those situations where it was like, we tried everything we could. If we want to get this thing off the roll, we need Nick. So anyway, apparently they've been speaking to Nick Cannon about returning to Wildin' Out. Obviously, they need him. For everybody that don't know, a majority of the cast, if not all of the cast, said that they would not return without Nick. Initially, they tried to get a couple of people, I believe, to host it instead of Nick. Just real quick, and I'm not trying to throw salt at Viacom or any other company for that, but that's generally how they work. When they have one person who's an extremely important asset, and then that person becomes a little bit too difficult, at least what they deem too difficult. What they usually do is they try to get somebody who's been working close with the person to take their place. Literally, that's what they try to do. Years ago, they tried to just, bring in new, fresh person, but that's failed a lot of times. So now the new thing for them to do is try to get somebody to take the individual's place that's been working side by side with them every day. That's a little bit easier. It helps the situation, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so according to Variety, Nick Cannon has been in communications with ViacomCBS, and basically the president, I think the name is Chris McCarthy. That's what I'm reading right here. Shout out to Hot 97. That's where I'm getting the article from. Hold on. The person who wrote it is Ty Perkins. Shout out to Ty Perkins. This article dropped today. So they're saying that they continue to follow Nick's journey, and they're impressed by how he's owned his mistakes. For everybody that don't know, Nick was actually let go because of some remarks that he made on a different program, his own program, that were deemed anti-Semitic. Now, I'm not saying that they weren't anti-Semitic. I'm not saying that they were anti-Semitic. All I'm saying is that they were deemed anti-Semitic. Therefore, he was removed from his position on Wildin' Out. Now, for everybody that's saying, why don't they just get a new show? Screw Wildin' Out. Wildin' Out is worth like over $1 billion. For everybody that don't know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Anyway, they're saying that he's been an extended part of our family for almost 20 years and a personal friend of mine for almost half that. He's leading by example, apologized, trying to learn, understand, and help others do the same. That's the kind of partner we want to work with. Now, just so we could also be clear, Nick Cannon, after the remarks were made, it was during an interview that he was doing where he had Professor Griff on, and Professor Griff said a couple of things, and then he said a couple of things, and yada yada. It kind of went out of control. And so when after this happened, after the whole he got the uproar or whatever the case was, there are a lot of people that believe that he should have stood on his 10. He should have not acquiesced to any demands of civility, that he should have stayed going hard on his particular position. I am not one of those people. I think that when you work in the business world, you have to understand that you have partners, and you can't go around saying or doing things that are gonna be contrary or contradictory to your partners that you're doing business with beliefs, and don't think that they might not want to do business with you any further. They're probably gonna be like, well, that guy, he was good before, now not so much. So Nick also had, I believe he had a couple of rabbis. He had at least one rabbi come on the show, and they spoke. Realistically speaking, you can't ask for much more than that, even if he doesn't change his position. You can't ask for much more than for an individual to sit down and listen. Anyway, back in July, Nick Cannon was fired. As it happened in July, by the way, because of the anti-Semitic remarks. And the name of the show that they were made on is Cannon's Class. That's his own podcast, I believe. It also says there isn't an official date for the show's return yet. I'm assuming that there's at this point, I'm assuming that they want Nick to come back with his legs tucked between his legs. But realistically speaking, Nick maybe holds all the cards. They cannot do the show without him. They will literally have to get a totally new cast. That all new cast might not, most likely won't be accepted. So in order for them to keep this $1 billion business, this $1 billion brand going, they need Nick. Nick built the brand. Also, he tried to buy it back from them, and they was like, nah, son. And they wasn't hearing any of that. I don't blame them. It's $1 billion. I mean, what I'm assuming is going on right now is that they're in negotiations for a new contract. At this point, Nick should definitely be asking for a huge raise, along with everybody else that works on the program with him. They stood by him. They didn't switch up on him. That's just real quick. I just want to say this. That's the problem that we have when we are trying to get things done as black people. Often they can just kick one of us to the side, and there'll be another black person waiting there like, yeah, boss, we's sick. They're right there with them, you know what I'm saying? Trying to play whatever role they can to take the next guy's position. They didn't do this over at Wild 'N Out. We definitely got to give them all a shout out. This is the way that you're supposed to run a black business, period. I don't know what else to say. Leave it down in the comment section what y'all guys think about this. And who's ready for some more Wild 'N Out fun? I have no idea how to amp that show up. Pardon me, but I hope I did good. Anyway, let me know what y'all guys think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.
Mike Jones Beats.
Oh, Black Dynamite, I wish it was that simple, but this is much bigger than you and me.
Hey, little mama. It may be bigger than you, and it may be bigger than me, but it ain't bigger than you and me. Can you dig it?